They bullied me just because of my skin color. My boyfriend left me too. I thought my life was over. But then, God sent a miracle that changed everything.
My name is Maya. I'm 20 years old, and for most of my life, I thought God made a mistake when He made me black. Let me tell you why I changed my mind. Growing up black in a predominantly white town in Indiana wasn't just hard, it was hell. First day of kindergarten, a girl named Sarah wouldn't hold my hand during circle time because her mom said those people were dirty. I was 5. I went home and scrubbed my skin until it bled, thinking I could wash the black off. Middle school was worse. Lunch tables that suddenly became full when I approached. Group projects where I did all the work alone because nobody wanted to come to that neighborhood. Teachers who looked surprised when I got A's, who asked if someone helped me, who suggested I might be better suited for technical programs instead of honors classes. By high school, I'd learned to make myself small, invisible. I ate lunch in the library, walked with my head down, spoke only when spoken to. Every night, I'd pray to a God I wasn't sure existed. Why did you make me like this? If you're real, if you love all your children, why did you make me one that everyone hates? Silence, always silence. Then junior year, everything changed. 2 transfer students, Leon and James, both white, both from Chicago, both somehow different from everyone else in that school. First time I met them, I was sitting alone at lunch, reading. Leon sat down across from me without asking. "That any good?" he asked, pointing at my book. I was so shocked, I couldn't speak for a second. Nobody had voluntarily sat with me since elementary school. It's okay. Cool, I'm Leon, this is James, we're new, mind if we sit here? That's how it started, 3 outsiders eating lunch together. Leon was charming, funny, always had stories about Chicago. James was quieter, thoughtful, asked questions about my books, actually listened to my answers. For the first time in my life, I had friends. Real friends. They walked with me in the halls, shut down anyone who made comments. Leon once got suspended for shoving Brad Miller into a locker after Brad called me the N-word. "Nobody talks to our friend like that," Leon said, fist still clenched. I cried that night, good tears, grateful tears. Maybe God had finally heard me. Senior year, Leon asked me out. Actually asked me out. Me, Maya Thompson, the black girl nobody wanted to be seen with. "You're beautiful," he said. "Smart, funny, kind. Any guy would be lucky to date you." I said yes before he finished talking. For 6 months, I was happy. Really happy. Leon held my hand in public, kissed me in the hallways, took me to school dances where everyone stared but he didn't care, or seemed not to care. James was always there too, supportive, protective, like the brother I never had. I started to believe maybe the world was changing. Maybe love could overcome hate. Maybe God had sent these 2 angels to show me I was worthy of being loved. Then came that night at Applebee's. Leon and I were having dinner. He went to the bathroom, left his phone on the table. It buzzed, text notification on the screen. "Baby, where are you? I'm waiting," face blowing a kiss, Ashley. My heart stopped. I picked up his phone, his password was his birthday, he'd told me. More texts, pictures, this white girl, blonde, pretty, sending him selfies, dating back 3 months. I did something I'd never done before. I texted her from his phone. "Hi Ashley, this is Maya, Leon's girlfriend, the black one. Thought you should know he's been dating us both." Leon came back just as I hit send. Saw his phone in my hand. His face went from confused to angry to something worse, annoyed, like I was an inconvenience. "What are you doing with my phone?" "Who's Ashley?" He sat down, took his phone, didn't even look embarrassed. "My actual girlfriend." "You're actual, what am I then?" He laughed, this cruel, cold laugh I'd never heard before. "Come on, Maya, you didn't really think. Look, you're cool and all, but be realistic. I'm not bringing a black girl home to my parents. This was just fun, an experience. You should be grateful, most guys wouldn't even give you that." Every word was a knife. Every word confirmed what I'd always feared. I was never good enough. Never would be. "I thought you cared about me." "I did you a favor. Who else is gonna date you? Look at yourself, you're lucky I even. I didn't let him finish. I ran. Out of the restaurant into the parking lot, all the way home. 3 miles in the rain, makeup running, heart shattered. I locked myself in my room for 2 days. Ignored calls, texts, knocks on the door. My mom tried to talk to me through the door, but I couldn't explain. How do you tell your mother that you were someone's diversity experiment? That the first boy who said he loved you was using you as a checkmark on his white savior bucket list? James kept calling, texting. I ignored him too. They were best friends, he had to have known. Had to have been laughing at me behind my back. Poor, stupid Maya, thinking she was worthy of real love. Day 3, someone rang the doorbell and wouldn't stop. Just kept pressing it over and over. I finally went downstairs, ready to scream at whoever it was. It was James, standing in the rain, looking frantic. Maya, thank God, I've been calling for 3 days. What happened? Where's Leon? Are you okay? Like you don't know. Know what, Maya, what's going on? Something in his eyes, genuine confusion, real concern. I broke down, told him everything. Ashley, the texts, what Leon said. James's face went from confused to horrified to furious. Maya, if I'd known, I would have told you day 1. I would have never let him near you, I thought. I thought he really cared about you. I thought he'd finally grown up. He stayed with me that whole day. Let me cry, made me tea, told me over and over that Leon was wrong, that I was beautiful, worthy, deserving of real love. I should have said something sooner, he said quietly. Said what? That I've been in love with you since junior year. But Leon saw you first, and bro code and all that. But if I'd known he was playing you. I looked at him, really looked at him. James, who'd always been there. Who actually listened when I talked. Who remembered my favorite books, my coffee order, my dreams of becoming a doctor. Who never made me feel like a token or a charity case. You love me. Since the day you explained why Toni Morrison was the greatest American author. You were so passionate, so brilliant. I could have listened to you talk forever. That's when I prayed again, but different this time. God, if you're real, if you're listening, show me. Show me that I'm not worthless. Show me that Leon was wrong. Show me you have a plan. 2 days later, Leon's world imploded. His dad's construction company got audited. Turns out he'd been skimming from government contracts for years. FBI got involved. Assets frozen, house seized, college fund gone. His dad went to federal prison. His mom left town in shame. Leon had to drop out of school, get a job at McDonald's to pay for a studio apartment. But here's the thing that convinced me God was watching. It all started the day after Leon and I broke up. The audit was triggered by an anonymous tip. The investigation found evidence going back years, but the tip came exactly when it did. James and I started dating slowly. He was patient, understanding, never pushed. He came to family dinners, learned my mom's recipes, watched football with my dad. When people stared at us, mixed couple in Indiana, he'd hold my hand tighter. Let them stare, he'd say. They're just jealous they don't have what we have. We graduated, started a small online business together selling Black-authored books. It grew faster than we expected. Within a year, we had a storefront, employees, book clubs in 3 cities. Last month, Leon came into our store. I almost didn't recognize him. Thin, tired, defeat in his eyes. He saw us behind the counter, James's arm around me, both of us laughing at something a customer said. Leon started crying, right there in our bookstore. I'm sorry, he said. I was wrong about everything. Look at you now. Successful, happy, loved, and look at me, I lost everything. What do you want, Leon? James asked, stepping forward protectively. Nothing, Maya, I need you to know I was wrong. You weren't lucky I dated you. I was lucky you gave me a chance. And I threw it away because I was racist and stupid and thought I was better than you. But look who's better now. He left before we could respond. James told me later that Leon's new girlfriend, Ashley, had dumped him the day his dad got arrested. Said she didn't date poor people. Karma, maybe, but I think it was more than that. See, I learned something through all this pain. God doesn't always stop bad things from happening. He doesn't prevent the racism, the betrayal, the heartbreak, but he places people in your path who help you through it. He times things in ways that can't be coincidence. Think about it. If Leon hadn't betrayed me, I wouldn't have found real love with James. If his dad hadn't been caught, Leon wouldn't have learned how it feels to be judged for something beyond your control. If I hadn't experienced that pain, I wouldn't have the empathy that makes our bookstore a safe space for other outcasts. Every terrible thing led to something better. The racism I faced made me strong, resilient, compassionate. Leon's betrayal showed me the difference between performance and real love. The heartbreak led me to James, who really sees me, not my color. Last week, a young black girl came into our store. 15, maybe 16. She was crying, trying to hide it. I recognized that pain, asked her what was wrong. This boy at school, he said he liked me, but it was a joke, a dare. His friends bet him he wouldn't ask out the black girl. I sat with her for an hour, told her my story, told her about Leon, about James, about learning to see God's hand in the worst moments. It doesn't feel like it now, I said, but this pain is making you stronger. One day you'll meet someone who sees your worth, and all the ones who didn't, they'll realize what they missed. She smiled through her tears. You really think so? I know so, because I'm living proof. That's my testimony. That's how I learned God is real.
My boy, he was bullied. Not because of what he did, but because of what his father once did back in high school. The same cruel cycle came back to hurt him. And when he got injured, I broke inside. But then God stepped in. What happened next was something no one could ever imagine. Click now and see how God turned our pain into a miracle.